welcome back to another video of Universal Great Britain. Today we are looking at a YouTuber called Digital Dan that I commonly watch all the time, and we've mentioned him in some videos and stuff like that, and he does this series called The Field.
Welcome to the field!
Now, The Field is a sort of a series that he does. It's a podcast, if you count as that, and it's on Spotify where you can listen it to, and it's a great series to watch. We do get all that information and sort of updates about Universal Great Britain, and it's live on The Field. So obviously today in this video I've watched through his video about a couple of times, his newest video of Universal Great Britain, and having a look at this, some of the updates that he has got from this. So he did have a local MPE that he was joined by in the video, which is really exciting, and it was the first person on the field, but we will get to that bit in a minute. Obviously we're going to go onto my lovely phone right here, and it's got lots sort of text that we got to read, but yeah, let's have a look at it. So first of all, we've got to meet the people. So first of all, we have got Digital Dan.
Now's my time for me to put you in line.
We have got Marcus.
So we're out here looking for some monkeys and...
Oh! It's Mr. Riders here to explain. Jumping on this track type train.
Which obviously is Thrill Riders, if you might know him as that. And of course we've got the lovely 50 people camera crew. Behind the camera, we love the 50 people camera crew, of course. Also, the main star of this video, in that video that they uploaded, was Chris Cartus, which is a local MPE. From like the government that controls all the things about sort of planning Universal and stuff like that. Here's some information about Chris Curtis, so I'll put it up on here. There's his name at the top. Chris Curtis loves Nemesis Reborn. He wants to go to Epic Universe. He hasn't ride Hyperia yet, which hopefully he can if it opens. He loves jacket potatoes from the cafe down the road. He absolutely loved them, and yeah, that's a bit of information about him. But yeah, that's a little sequel behind him. But yeah, let's get on to this video today. So the first thing he mentions in the video, he says that the locals are happy about this sort of situation with Universal Great Britain. They said the locals are happy about it. When he went, there was someone in the cafe that he mentioned. Someone went in there and sort of interviewed all the people about this Universal, and loads of them were not happy about this Universal Great Britain project. There was only one person that was really happy, and they said they'll take their grandchildren to that place when it opens, which is good news, but still we need to fix that negative sort of feedback from people. Obviously, if they're trying to build something, they need confirmation from the whole area to actually build it. So they have to have confirmation to build anything on this land, from like a coaster to other stuff like that. Obviously, the people around this area have had so much support for this project, and it's really good, and it's looking really good. So hopefully they can build it very soon. Obviously, during the construction of Universal Great Britain, there will be 20,000 jobs, obviously creating it and building it and obviously delivering all the parts and stuff like that. There'll be 20,000 jobs to have to offer. When it does officially open, there'll be 8,000 permanent jobs for this. So that's about the jobs that you can that they offer from Universal Great Britain. The railway line is going to be a lot more exciting to make it more professional, as Universal will overtake this train station and will enter into the Universal Great Britain. But yeah, that's about that. We've got one more thing. And now the announcement for Universal Great, this is the funny part, the announcement for Universal Great Britain wasn't actually at midnight, it was actually 1 minute after midnight. So it wasn't midnight right here, it was actually 00.01. So only 1 minute after midnight, so it wasn't actually midnight. So yeah. But we are going to move on. So this is obviously a quick video. I just wanted to mention this. But we've got some exciting news that the MPE sort of told Marcus, so for riders, he said that obviously that we're going to go from the least exciting to the most exciting through all this information. So let's have a look for it. So obviously the least exciting about this is the government will be investing on the road infrastructures and the railing infrastructures, including the station, things like Wicks station and etc. And all the roads will connect into the car park, and obviously the roads that just near it will obviously be covered by the car park and the government, and yeah, so that will all be paid by the government for this thing. So another thing about this is apparently according to Chris, so that's the local MPE, apparently 40% of the park's earnings will go back into the new investment of the park. So obviously the 40% of what does it say there? Apparently 40% of the park's earning, so when it gets it, will go back into new investments for the park. So basically what they're saying is apparently if they make 300 grand or something, 40% of that 300 grand will go into new investments for the park. So it's sort of this is absolutely wrong, but it's sort of an example is 20 grand goes into that investment. Now, speaking of those new investments, we're going to go on to what we're just going to go on to that in a second, what I've linked to it. Obviously we got more exciting things for this Universal thing. So more exciting is there'll be a new ride investment at the park every 2 years. So when it opens, there'll be 2 years later, there'll be another ride there. And every 2 years, which basically when it opens, it'll be 2 years when it opens, getting all new rides. So it'll get, obviously the park will take 6 years to build, obviously, and after those 6 years, there'll be a new ride. So it could have things like that. We're going to go on to another thing linking to that in a minute, but let's go on to just another thing. Just going to say thank you to Chris, Marcus and Digital Dan for sharing this news, and for the lovely 50 people camera crew. Operating the video that they created. So linking on what I just said about the new ride every 2 years, if you look at the concept art for Universal Great Britain, there are lots of green areas that are covered in trees. Well, these green areas are used for expansion plots, which, if you don't know what I mean by that, is basically when they do the 2 year after the 2 years that they build it. So they obviously, I said earlier about there being a ride every 2 years. Those areas, those blank areas covered in trees, will be used for those new rides coming every 2 years. So even for more rides and attractions. But in this Universal, there's about 13 rides in this Universal park. But these areas for these like green areas will be used for rides and attractions, or maybe they could just be there for some reason, just nothing there. And it will sort of increase the park over the years. So obviously, when it first opens, it's going to be really exciting, and then as it gets over and over again, it will sort of get more boring. There'll be nothing there to like experience. And then when they bring in a new ride, that will boost it up, and people will be like, oh, I want to ride this new ride at Universal, which will be really good. So hopefully I can get more people to that area. So increase the park's population when they have a new ride and stuff like that. And over the years, they'll make people want to come back to it because obviously there's a new ride. Things like, like Alton Towers with Toxicator. Obviously, we had Nemesis Reborn last year, and Toxicator sort of brought it back up to that area. Yeah, but that is it for this video today. So a sort of short video, just wanted to discuss all these sort of things that we've been seen and shown and heard about from the video. So we've got the video in the background. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, we got the video in the background right there, looking at Future Q. I can't pronounce that, but yeah, so hopefully this will be a good Universal park. And obviously I've shared all the investment and all the tips that we've gotten from the MPE from this thing. So that leaves me with one thing to say for this video, is if you've enjoyed this video, click that subscribe button right there. So I'll click that bell right there, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, see you later.